Hello, and welcome to the English Deep Dive. I am so glad you are here today because we are going to solve the biggest problem in the world of language learning. Let me describe a feeling you know very well. You are in a conversation. Someone asks you a question. You know the answer. You know the words. But there is a delay. Your brain is working like a slow computer. You hear the English words, you translate them into your native language. You think of an answer in your native language, and then you translate that answer back into English. By the end of this process, 5 seconds have passed. The conversation has moved on. You feel frustrated. You feel like your English is broken. I want you to hear this clearly. Your English is not broken. Your process is broken. You are stuck in the mental translation trap. Today, I'm going to show you how to escape this trap. I am going to teach you how to bypass your native language and speak directly from your English brain. This is a 35-minute intensive masterclass. We will learn the 5 steps to thinking in English, and then we will engage in a massive 60-sentence shadowing marathon. By the end of this session, your brain will be exhausted, but it will be thinking in British English. Are you ready to stop translating? Let's begin. Part 1. The visual labeling method. The reason you translate is that your brain has attached English words to your native words. You see an object, you think of the native word, and then you find the English translation. To think in English, you must attach the English word directly to the image of the object. Step 1 is simple but powerful. Spend today labeling everything you see, but only in your head and only in English. Look at your desk. Don't think table, think desk. Look at your drink. Don't translate. Just think tea or coffee. When you eliminate the native word from the middle, you create a direct neural path. Let's practice 10 simple environment labels to wake up your visual brain. Repeat after me. I can see a wooden desk. The window is slightly open. My phone is charging on the table. There is a fresh cup of coffee here. The sky looks quite grey today. I need to put on my shoes. The keys are sitting by the door. I can hear the rain on the roof. The kitchen smells like toast. It is time to get started. Part 2. Narrating your life in chunks. Once you can label objects, you must start narrating your actions. But here is the secret for 2026. Do not narrate in single words. Narrate in chunks. A chunk is a group of words that describe an action. Instead of thinking, I go kitchen, think, I'm heading to the kitchen. Instead of I make tea, think, I'll put the kettle on. When you think in chunks, your brain doesn't have to work on grammar. The grammar is already built into the chunk. Let's practice 20 powerful daily chunks. Shadow me with energy. I think I'll head to the kitchen now. I'd better put the kettle on for some tea. I'm just going to check my emails quickly. I need to get round to tidying this room. I'm really looking forward to a quiet evening. I should probably get a move on, or I'll be late. I'll just grab my keys and head out the door. I wonder what the weather will be like tomorrow. I'm feeling a bit peckish. I might have a snack. I've got a lot on my plate today. I must focus. Honestly, I haven't given it much thought yet. It's funny you should say that. I agree. I'm struggling to get my head around this. To be perfectly honest, I'm quite tired. I'll definitely bear that in mind for later. It's not exactly rocket science, is it? I'm absolutely chuffed with how this turned out. I'm over the moon about the news. I'm afraid I'm a bit tied up right now. Let's just play it by ear and see what happens. Part 3. The Master Shadowing Marathon. Now, we enter the core of our transformation. We are going to practice 60 sentences, covering every part of your social and professional life. This marathon is designed to force your brain to react without translating. If you make a mistake, keep going. If you feel slow, keep going. We are building the English reflex. Let's begin. Section A. The Professional Mindset. I'd like to kick off the meeting by reviewing the agenda. To be fair, we need more time to analyze the data. I'm confident that we can reach a compromise. Could you please clarify your position on the budget? I'll get back to you with a full update by Friday. We need to make sure we are all on the same page. I'm happy to take the lead on this particular project. Let's touch base later this afternoon to discuss this. I believe we should think outside the box for a solution. I'm afraid I have to disagree with you on that point. It's a bit of a long shot, but it might actually work. I've got a lot on my plate, but I can spare 10 minutes. It goes without saying that your feedback is vital. I'm looking forward to collaborating with your team. I'll definitely bear your suggestions in mind. I'm absolutely spent after that long presentation. We need to look at the big picture before we decide. I'm not entirely sure I understand the new policy. Could you run those figures by me one more time? Shall we call it a day and finish this tomorrow? Section B. Social fluidity and small talk. Hello. It's such a pleasure to finally meet you. I've heard so many great things about your company. So, what brings you to London this time of year? I'm originally from Spain, but I've lived here for years. How are you finding the atmosphere of the city? It's a bit chilly today. You might need a thicker coat. Do you fancy grabbing a bite to eat after the session? I'm really enjoying this conversation, thank you. It's been ages since I've seen such a beautiful view. I'd love to hear more about your recent travels. I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could you repeat? No worries at all. I completely understand. So, what do you usually get up to on the weekends? Is less than #6. 5# is greater than. I'm quite into hiking, especially in the Highlands. That sounds like a fantastic way to spend your time. I'm absolutely chuffed that you could make it today. To be honest, I'm a bit under the weather lately. I'm over the moon that the project was successful. It's been a pleasure catching up with you again. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you soon. Section C. Complex thoughts and opinions. In my humble opinion, we need to act more quickly. I'm inclined to agree with the general consensus. It's a highly controversial topic, don't you think? I think it's important to take his advice with a pinch of salt. The government needs to address the housing crisis. I'm not entirely convinced that this is sustainable. It goes without saying that education is the key. I've been giving it some thought, and I've decided to move. You can't just ignore the problem and hope it disappears. It's high time we started taking our health seriously. From my perspective, the benefits are very clear. I was completely blown away by the quality of the work. It's not exactly rocket science, but it is important. I'm struggling to get my head around the new rules. I was completely taken aback by his sudden reaction. It's a bit of a touchy subject, so tread carefully. I couldn't agree more with what you've just said. I'm really looking forward to seeing the final results. I'm absolutely spent after this intensive workout. Is less than #6, 5# is greater than. I'm so proud of how hard you are working today. Part 4. Story Mode. How thinking in English changed Clara's life. Now, let's put it all together. Imagine our friend Clara. You remember Clara, she used to be very shy. She lived in London, but she was always 2 steps behind in every conversation. She was a master of mental translation. She would hear a question, translate it to Spanish, think of an answer, and translate it back. She looked slow, and she felt stupid. One day, Clara decided to try the deep dive method. She stopped carrying her dictionary. She started labeling her room: bed, lamp, mirror, window. She started narrating her breakfast. I'm pouring the milk. I'm spreading the jam. I'm taking a sip of tea. 3 months later, Clara had a job interview for a senior architect position. Usually, her heart would be racing, and her brain would be a mess of Spanish and English. No, сегодня всё было по-другому. The interviewer asked. How do you handle tight deadlines? Clara didn't translate. She didn't think in Spanish. She pulled a chunk directly from her English brain. She smiled and said, To be honest, I've had a lot on my plate recently, but I've learned to prioritize effectively. As far as I'm concerned, a tight deadline is just an opportunity to focus. The interviewer was completely blown away by her speed and confidence. She wasn't searching for words. The words were just there. She was thinking in English. Clara got the job. She walked out of the office and realized she was no longer a student who translated English. She was a professional who lived in English. She was over the moon. Part 5. Your 30-day Think in English challenge. If you want the same results as Clara, you need a system. Here is your challenge for the next 30 days. Number 1. The 5-minute morning label. Every morning, for 5 minutes, label everything you see in English. No native words allowed. Number 2. The action narrative. While you are cooking or driving, describe what you are doing using chunks. I'm turning left. I'm stopping at the lights. I'm looking for a parking space. Number 3. The shadowing workout. Watch this video twice a week. Repetition is how you build the automatic reflex. Number 4. The stop sign. Every time you catch yourself translating in your head, imagine a big red stop sign. Force yourself to find a simpler English way to say what you want. Part 6. The Rapid Fire Memory Challenge. Let's check your reaction speed. I will say the basic idea, and you must say the advanced British chunk. I will do it later. I'll get round to it. I agree with you. I see eye to eye with you. It is very easy. It's a walk in the park. I am very busy. I've got a lot on my plate. I am very happy. I'm over the moon. I am very surprised. I'm completely taken aback. I will remember that. I'll bear that in mind. It is not important. It's neither here nor there. Conclusion. Congratulations! You have just completed 35 minutes of high-intensity fluency training. Your brain might feel a bit tired, and that is a wonderful sign. It means you are creating new neural paths. You are literally building a new English brain inside your head. Remember, thinking in English is a skill, not a talent. It takes practice, consistency, and a little bit of bravery. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Just keep thinking, keep shadowing, and keep diving deep. I have a small task for you. I want to see your commitment. Write the words, I think, in English, in the comments, if you are starting this 30-day challenge. I will read every comment and send you my support. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the English Deep Dive, and share this with a friend who is struggling with their fluency. I am so proud of your progress today. Keep practicing, stay consistent, and stop translating. I will see you in our next lesson. Goodbye for now.